Hello there. So here is the last figure that I got from my recent order or recent delivery from Hasbro Pulse. This is the VC 105 Emperor's Royal Guard. I did not get the VC 105 when it first came out. Uh, it was just a really hard to find, very in demand figure, and but this is the reissue. I'm glad they did that. I was able to pick up that figure. I got one of them when it came out in the Black series. And this was like the fall of 2016, so about 5 years ago. So it was before the Vintage Collection came back, and there was the Black series. I remember it was like a midnight event where they were dropping the figures. I was actually there for a Lego set for my son for his birthday. It was the Rogue One ATST set that they had, and so they had these guys, so I was able to pick him up, and whichever the others that came out, I got a few, but I figured it'd be kind of nice to compare the two with that. So as I think for the changes here is the photoreal face, which the way I'm going to display these guys you're never going to see, because I'm going to keep them as the Return of the Jedi Emperor Royal Guards, especially with that new Emperor coming out for Hasbro PulseCon. That thing just looks amazing. So, and I've got a bunch more of these guys coming from Entertainment Earth, so those are gonna all look nice together, and but it'd be neat to kind of compare, because I think it's the photoreal face, and then they upgraded the soft goods, so we'll do a little compare on that. But let's take a look at the card first. So you have your nice the Return of the Jedi logo there. Nice deep royal blue for the Royal Guard, which is odd because he's in a red outfit. This is, if I recall correctly, Return of the Jedi. This is the same image they used on the vintage card back in '83. As I remember, as I got to admit that the Emperor's Royal Guard from the vintage line was a really great figure. I really liked them. You know, he had the nice red robes and everything. It just looks so cool. And so there he is on the card. You can see the if you're not a big Crimson Empire fan, for me anyway, for displaying these guys. I never read the story, but I know a lot of people have and said it's really good, but for me, it's definitely the classic look that I'm going for here. But it's kind of neat that they added all that, those extra accessories. We can take a quick look at those as well. And so here he is on the card there. And here we are on the back. You got your VC 105, so he's definitely a reissue. So you got the Hoth Luke, that outstanding Admiral Akbar, the Han Solo from Endor, and VC 186 Boba Fett, a fantastic figure. I think it's probably one of the best ones this year. And then you have your Princess Leia from Bespin Escape from Empire, and then there's Grief Karga. You got your Emperor's Royal Guard and the Child in the Pram. I mean, outstanding figures, one and all there. So there, I'll put that there. So what I have here, like I said, I have the let's reposition a little bit here. So we have, I got two from Hasbro Pulse, so I took one out to take a good look at him. So here he is, and yes, you can get him to hold the staff like that. It takes a little work. Not gonna lie, but here he is. He's got his holster back there for his pistol, and it looks like a Scout Trooper pistol. So, and again, with the way the robes are, and if you got a bunch of the Gaming Great Scout Trooper, here's an opportunity if you wanted to kind of switch it up and make him a regular Scout Trooper. You need it, and you're short on weapons. Might I offer that guy, you're probably not going to see his if you're keeping him in this look. So here he is. There's the head outside of this helmet there. And then let me, so I'm going to bring up the Black Series here. I'll take off his helmet and we can look at them together. Oops. Okay, so, you know, slight improvement. Like I said, it's not that big a deal to me because he's going to be helmeted the whole time. And so there's the back. Here's slightly different color, a little glossier paint on this guy and the new one. But, you know, not a big deal for me here. I'll put him over here. We can take a quick look at, like I said, these come off. For me, these are going to stay on, but I'll take a quick gander at these guys together without that. So again, you see you have your pistol there, and you have your Empire logo. Come on, focus. There we go. So a little better defined on the new version compared to the Black Series. Over there. Oops. As I almost drop him. And there you go. We got the nice crimson uniform there. The tunic. Now, looking at these, so here's the Black Series cloak, and here is side by side. I mean, the reds are, you know, close, and you know, they're actually the same. I don't really see much of a difference. So they will display well together. They, you know, have pretty much the same feel. They said they upgraded these. I don't see it, honestly. They both look good. I'm not, you know, there wasn't, you know, I look at it as that from the Black Series one that they didn't really have much to improve. And it shows. It's a really good cloak. I would be curious if somebody here watching has the original VC105 version of this guy out of the package and has the new one or the Black Series one. If you could compare them. Oops. Let me just put it on backwards. If you could compare them and the soft goods and tell me if there's a big difference. I don't think there is. It's going to be very subtle if there is much of a difference. Get him holding his pike there. You know, I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's much of a difference in the soft goods. And but if there is some kind of subtle difference, I'd really like to know what it is. So if you have, like I said, if you have the VC105, the original one, comment below. Let me know what the difference is. I'm very, truly curious about that. But again, it looks really good here. Now, like I said, there is another tray in the back, and it's the same as before. You have this. It goes on their shoulders, a different helmet, and this double blade, which is a really cool weapon. I do like it. But like I said, I'm going for what these guys looked like in the movie. So I'm going to keep them pretty much like this. So I'm not going to be doing any kind of Crimson Empire setup. But if you are, that's awesome. It's just with that new Emperor coming out, I need him surrounded by his royal guards for protection. That's going to be very cool. That Emperor is also going to be carded, so don't worry about. I think the only thing that you will miss out if you can't get the HasCon exclusive will be that throne piece. And as cool as it looks, don't get me wrong, I'm really looking. I really want that, and really want. I think it'll look great in my Sith display. The figure itself is. I mean, you can have him walking like in the Emperor's arrival scene from Return of the Jedi, and handful of these guys on either side flanking the other troops. That would look really cool. And but that's pretty much it for this one. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you are not already subscribed, please consider doing so. I'm trying to grow the channel, and allow me to reach out more to the collecting community, and that you subscribing is a big help for that. Leaving a like does as well. Helps with the algorithm. And again, comment below. I'd really like to hear your opinion about this figure. Likes, dislikes. Do you have the Black Series and the previous release in Vintage Collection? I'd like to know. If you spot any differences I didn't, that would be great. I'm always learning. And but that's it for now. And again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, may the Force be with you.
Remember, the Force will be with you always. The Force will be with you.